Talking with famous people.
Hi friends, host Eric here, host of Talking with Famous People, and I'm here with famous person Megan. And we're going to type her this evening and see if my initial guess is correct. So, let me start with this. Let's pretend that you are invited out for an evening, as the specifics of which are up to you. It can be either with one other person, one-on-one, it can be with two other people, small group of three, or it can be with three or more other people. Which setting do you prefer?
One person.
Okay. Let's imagine that I were to tell you that if I give you a dozen eggs, then you will receive in the mail a week from now a box of chocolates. Now, a week has passed, and you have received no box of chocolates. What can you conclude?
That I'm not going to eat a box of chocolates.
Okay. Next question. If you are in a setting and it appears you've said something that somebody has misinterpreted, you said, nice hat, and you meant it honestly, but you believe that they've misinterpreted it as a sarcastic comment, casting derision upon their hat. How do you react? How do you fix the situation, or do you?
I don't.
You don't? You just let them misperceive it?
No, I'll probably explain myself.
Can you I'm the person. You don't like this hat? What?
No, this is not what I was saying. I wasn't being sarcastic. I meant I really do like the hat.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, next question. You are the mayor of a town. It's the Middle Ages. There's swords and horses and stuff. There's no gunpowder. There's no cars. This town is split in two by a river. On one half of the town is all the merchants and stuff. The other half of the town, all the farmers and stuff. All the food's on the other half of the town. And what they do is they take it over periodically across the bridge to the other half of the town. They take goods over from the merchants to the farmers, right? Unfortunately, this winter, it's a particularly cold winter, and a big storm has come and washed the bridge away. With the bridge gone, a troll has taken up residence in your river. And now when you try to move the food across the river in a boat, the troll runs up real quick before you can even notice it and steals 10% of it. Doesn't matter if you have one loaf of bread or one dead cow. If you have one slice of bread, he'll take 10% of that. If you have one loaf of bread, 10% of that. One dead cow, 10% of that. And the problem is this. You've got enough food stored up to feed your whole population for the winter. But if you give 10% of it away to the troll in his tax, well, then you won't have enough food to feed everybody. Perhaps as many as 100 people will starve to death. Now, you're the mayor, and the populace of the city is saying to you, what should we do, mayor? What should we do? What do you do?
Kill the troll.
Interesting. Okay. How do you kill him? Turns out he's in the middle of a river. You could try to launch a bunch of boats with lances or something, but he'd probably kill a lot of your men. You can't run up to him and stab him because he's in the middle of the river. He has no problem standing in the middle of the river, but none of the people can. He's 12 feet tall. He's got thick, leathery skin with pointy jabs on it.
Not really.
Do you have any plans?
How would you if you were to?
If you are the general, they're looking to you for direction. What do you want us to do, General? You want us to just charge them in boats? They'll probably kill us all.
You can't shoot him?
You don't have guns. You
Oh,
got
yeah, you
arrows.
said
You
that.
got bow and arrows. You could try shooting them with bow and arrows. If you try
Figure out a different way to transport it, I guess.
Okay, well, what's a different way to transport it?
Can you run fast? Can you get all the way down the river really fast?
Well, he sees you moving the boats down the river, and he sort of walks down there with you. And he says, well, if you're going to cross down here, I'll just steal it down here.
So you take extra food?
But it still steals 10% no matter what you got. Whether your boat's full of food or just has one slice of bread. You'll still take 10%.
Quite an equitable troll.
Yeah.
Sustainable.
I don't know, I give up.
Okay. How many different ways can you talk about dogs? Here's an example of a way to talk about dogs. The manner in which dogs are represented in film. Here's another example of a way to talk about dogs. The cardiovascular system of dogs. How many other ways can you think of to talk about dogs?
You use big words.
I mean, just talking about ways to talk about dogs. The way the blood runs through a dog system versus a human system is the cardiovascular thing. And
The way they, how do I want to say it? I don't know, the way they not comprehend, but the way they understand, the way they think, the way they learn things. It's different than humans. Right?
mhm.
And they don't talk, they bark.
It's in an extroverted sense.
When I ask you that question,
So it's like,
is one of your, how much do you agree with the following? Well, why would you need more than one way to talk about dogs? You only have one thing to say about them, probably, if you want to say something about them. Do you agree with that statement?
No.
Okay. So, why do you think that's not a true statement?
Because you can talk about dogs in all different sides, total side of the kinds of ways.
Okay. Do you think truth is created or discovered?
Discovered?
Okay. Can you describe an example of a discovered truth?
Well, I guess created. I take it back.
Can you describe an example of a created truth? Can you give me an
Well,
example?
I don't know. I don't like this.
All right. I'm not trying to get you. I'm just trying to figure out where your strengths and
there's
weaknesses
not a right
are.
or wrong answer.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong answers. Look, everybody's quote unquote good at certain kinds of questions and quote unquote bad at other kinds of questions, depending on your particular configuration of cognitive functions. So I'm just trying to figure out which ones you use frequently and which ones you use infrequently.
Okay, so ask me the question again.
So I'm asking, do you think that truth is created or discovered?
It's discovered.
Okay, can you give me any kind of example of, or can you give me something that you believe to be true? Could be something very simple like,
Grass is green.
okay. Now, we both know that grass isn't always green.
Okay. The trees lose their leaves in the fall.
Okay, some of them do. Deciduous trees do. So, granted that deciduous trees lose their leaves in the fall, how is that truth determined? Did you discover it or create it?
Discovered it.
Somebody discovered it.
Yeah.
By observation. By looking at the trees.
Well, yeah.
And seeing consistently over year after year the leaves fall off. Okay, what do you think about a truth like, if I want to get a good grade in this class, I should study harder. Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that truth created or discovered?
Created.
Do you like some songs more than other songs?
Yeah.
Do you know why some songs you like more than others? Or do you
Because
just
they have a meaning. They hit home.
the lyrics mostly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you like songs that tell a story?
Well, I like the melody sometimes too, but it just all depends.
Are you better at drawing pictures or singing songs?
I like to do both, but I'm better at remembering songs. I can't sing good, but I can draw good. Does that answer that?
Okay, so you draw better than you sing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Prove it.
No.
Okay. Do you know, let's say you had 5 objects in your possession, random objects, that each was worth $10 a piece. And you were going to sell one of those objects. And also, one of those objects, you sell one of the objects, and you sell one at random. And it turns out later, you go, I wish I hadn't sold that one. I actually like that one a lot. How likely is that to happen? Or alternatively, would you know which one you like a lot really clearly initially and not sell that one?
I would know.
Okay. I think you're an ISFP.
What's that?
It's same thing as Katie. I originally had you pegged as an INFP, but I no longer think that to be the case. Although, I don't know, she's showing a decent amount of NEs as well.
Can you explain what that means?
Yeah, we will in a second.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know.
Do you consider yourself extrovert or introvert?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Do you get energized when you hang out with a lot of people? Or do you tire you out and you go, I'm ready to go home and muse upon this, think about it for a while? Like, imagine this. Imagine you have a full day of activity with a lot of different people, and it's exactly the kind of interactions you want. You're really enjoying your time you're spending with these different people, and you're really enjoying the interactions. And at the end, now it's like 5 p.m. You've been doing it, at it all day. Do you want to keep going more? You want more? Time to go home. Okay.
INFP.
You think INFP, except despite the troll answer?
That confused me.
I mean,
Yeah, I think even so, because the troll is disrupting your view of
yeah. I'm tempted to say INFP then too. That's my initial read on her, just based on her body language and her look and everything, is INFP. And the troll answer made me think, INFPs normally don't kill things that readily. I mean, what if the troll was really nice? And he's like, look, I have to do this. Guys, listen.
Well, then I'd be like, ooh.
Listen, hey, I don't want to be here any more than you want me here, okay? I'm just a hardworking troll trying to make his way through the world. I don't mean to be imposing upon you, but this is how we trolls operate. Can you just let it slide this winter?
Can you just slide down the river to a different...
Let me go to a different village. The village downstream already has a troll. I'm so sorry.
Well, then
I
you're
really
gonna have
wish
to
I
work it
could.
out with that troll because you ain't getting my food.
Okay, well, I'm just going to stay here then for right now because I really don't have any other solution. I really appreciate you being so good about this whole thing. It's really nice of you. What do you say then? You still try to kill the troll?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that means
Well,
you're...
maybe not kill it. I don't know. How do you say that? About 100 people are going to die and he takes 10%?
Yeah, but I know you.
Ain't nobody... I ain't dying. I ain't dying. I ain't going to be one of those 100 people.
Well, you wouldn't be if you're the mayor.
Well, I couldn't choose 100 people either.
Well, I mean, but you could delegate yourself sufficient food to make it through the winter. There's plenty of food for one person. There's plenty of food for most of the people. It's just if you were to kill off 100 people right now, there'd be enough food for everybody.
I ain't going to kill 100
The
people.
troll offers this. He's like,
one
look,
person,
listen,
one
hey,
troll.
mayor, come here, listen. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I will sneak into the village at night. I will kill 100 people. They'll make it look like an accident. I'll make it look like a cave-in, okay?
That's a big mess I got to deal with.
Yeah, well, but look, this will get this whole issue off your plate. You just pay me the 10%. You don't got to worry about it. You'll be reelected in the spring. It'll be great. What do you say?
No.
You don't want the troll to kill 100 people for you? Okay. Well,
I don't know.
I think INFP is the best.
That,
It still seems
it still seems more...
what are trolls?
what about-
Are trolls...
ENFP.
How did you kill trolls?
How do you kill it? Well, there's lots of ways you could kill it if you wanted to work out all the details. But, I mean, the thing is, if you were to try to shoot arrows at it, you learn the arrows don't do any good. But if you were to line up a coordinated attack where you got a bunch of arrow shooters who have fire arrows and you get
You
a
shoot
couple
them all at
catapults
once.
and you shoot it all at once, you
That
make
might
them
do
in the middle of the night.
something?
Yeah, then you might kill them.
Okay, then I build an army and I get that troll.
Yeah, but you were supposed to come up with that by yourself. I know all the answers because I've asked this question a million times. So the point is that you were annoyed by having to do the extroverted thinking work of a mayor, which is not just solve the problem like kill the troll, but figure out how. Right? You don't.
Well, see, I didn't understand that you couldn't just kill a troll because I forgot that you didn't have no gun.
Right.
But okay.
There's a lot of possible solutions to this problem that don't involve killing the troll. And you come up with one of them sort of in the sense that you said walk down the banks. If you were to split your food into multiple boats, you could figure out the exact range of the troll, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people do a lot of different things. The easiest solution is move the people, not the food.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. So.
I probably wouldn't have thought of it either. I didn't think of it. Somebody else thought of it first. I just thought of the question.
I thought of that.
So what's an iron, whatever the hell?
I'm thinking ENFP.
What was the first one you said?
INFP.
What's that mean?
What's that? A second, slow down.
I'd
That's an
say-
extroverted.
I think. Okay, well, let's ask this: possibilities or your own feelings? Which do you use more, and which do you feel you are more?
Possibilities.
Is the one you are more or use more?
Like, what do you mean by possibilities?
Well, I'm saying, let's say there's a problem that needs to be dealt with. Or let's say, in fact, there's not a problem. There's an opportunity, okay? You've got an opportunity, you've got 4 hours, and you've got 6 different things to possibly do, plus a couple $100 to throw in the mix to make things a little extra wild. Are you going to try to feel what you want to do most of all, or are you going to cycle through a bunch of different possible options trying to figure out which one seems most enticing?
Most fitting, enticing. I
You're
don't know
gonna,
what that means.
yeah, fitting or best. Which one seems
Well, I'm gonna
best?
go through multiple. I'm not gonna base it on me. I'm gonna go through multiple things to see what I think. Right?
That's INFP, I'd say, because that's
I look at things. I look at all different options of all different things before I do something.
Would you rather go to a party with a bunch of people, or I know this is very the same question, or just sit around and drink with a couple?
A
Assuming you
couple,
like
probably.
a couple. Would you rather have a pet dragon or a pet dog?
Dog. Because I love my dog.
That was an S. INFP is probably the best I have.
Do you feel as though people are mean to you a lot?
No. People aren't mean to me.
Are you artistic?
Very.
Are you articulate? Do you have to speak?
Do I like to speak?
Yeah.
No. I mean, depends. I don't like new people. Depends.
You don't like new people.
I don't like. I don't.
Oh,
I don't. I'm shy when at first.
that's fine. Do you feel as though people have obligations to attend to one another's emotional state, or do you feel as though people have obligations to attend to their own emotional state? If you had to choose one.
Your own.
I mean, that's consistent with both, but let me see here. If he goes, okay, so let's look at your SI then. So how orderly are you? Do you keep track of your little things, your wallet, your
yes.
keys and stuff? Do you
Oh,
lose them
yes.
ever?
No, not really. No.
Okay, so I mean that would suggest INFP. The third slot SI is going to be a lot stronger than fourth slot.
Yeah. I mean that right there just killed it. Killed ISFP for me.
Yeah, I think you're an INFP. Despite your killing the troll response, I think you're an INFP. Which is what I said, which is what I thought before I even started asking questions, just because that's INFP.
Elaborate. What's INFP?
INFP is a type that I call Little Miss Butthurt. Now here you're
Oh,
not,
hell no.
I'm not saying you're
there
Little
it
Miss
is.
Butthurt.
Right on time.
I'm not butthurt. Okay.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying that when the type is somewhat not fully optimal, when they're kind of damaged or something, they tend to get butthurt about everything all the time. Now, if I've seen other INFPs who are healthy that don't. Like, I talk to one frequently online. She doesn't seem to, I've never seen her be like that at all. Kit
Who's
Kats.
that?
Kit
Okay.
Kats, you know?
No.
She doesn't seem to be Little Miss Butthurt at all. She seems to be Little Miss Artistic, you know?
Yeah, colored pencils and fedoras.
Right. So, you know, when they're healthy, they're not Little Miss Butthurt, but
What about when you're super depressed?
then you're Little Miss Butthurt.
And that explains it.
Yeah.
Well, and that was super butthurt.
The other nicknames I have for INFP is Tender Moments. They like Tender Moments a lot. And another nickname I have for them is... I can't remember. I had like 6 of them written down in this one document, but
What do
anyway.
you have for ENTPs?
I didn't ever do that.
What do you have for ISTPs?
Nicknames?
Yeah.
I've only done it for INFP and INFJ and ENFP. That's the only 3 types I've done it for. I made this document. I made a little document video where I follow the same pattern. But my nicknames for INFP were best.
The mediator.
Is that the INFP?
Yeah.
The mediator?
INFP personalities are true idealists, always looking for the hint of good and even the worst of people and events, searching for ways to make things better. While they may be perceived as calm, reserved, or even shy, INFPs have an inner flame and passion that can truly shine. Comprising just 4% of the population, the risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high for the INFP personality type. But when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, the harmony they feel will be a fountain of joy and inspiration.
Do you feel like you were well loved as a kid?
Yeah.
Well, that would make you less butthurt. If INFPs have a rough childhood, they're fucked up
I
forever.
had a rough childhood, but I was loved by my parents. I know that. But
Did they love you? Is the question.
yeah, they love me. Yeah.
Okay.
Her brother's got a lot about her, so it could be genetic. Probably.
Yeah, but he got a whole different dad than me. He's just a bitch, so that don't even count.
Well, there you have it, folks. I believe we've successfully typed this individual Meghan, famous person Meghan, as an INFP.
INFPs
Woo!
have a talent for
Talking with famous people.